Hey everyone, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where today it is time for yet another seasonal event in our great post-Fate grind seasonal event catch-up. Goodness, we'll be caught up eventually. I think we still got a ways to go before we're caught up, though. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Blame the relic weapons. Today, we are doing a hybrid event for possibly the first time in the game's history. I don't know of any other instances of this happening, but then again, I've only been playing since late 2020. We've got two seasonal events combined into one. For 2024, they've combined Hatchingtide with Little Ladies' Day. So let's get started. Come to enjoy the Hatchingtide festivities, have you? Indeed I have. Hatchingtide has come once more, and I dare say we may have outdone ourselves this time. It all hinges on whether we can see Mistress Aliopo's dream realized. Alright, well, Jilly Aliopo. What's going on this year? Jilly Aliopo is looking for someone to help make a dream come true. Welcome, my friend. I take it the Hatchingtide decorations have caught your eye? Oh, Satora, is that really you? I had hoped I might see you again, but I did not dare assume. Nonetheless, it warms my heart that you are eager to revel in Hatchingtide once more. This year, it was again a dream that sparked my imagination. A dream of a Gubu, massive and marvelous, standing upon the stage where else but in Ul'dah, so many malms away. Wreathed in radiant flowers of pink, the darling Gubu held in her hands an egg decorated most lavishly. And there is but one time of year when the sandy brown of that city is accented by peach blossoms in full bloom. Yes, I speak of Little Ladies' Day. The message of Mistress Aliopo's dream was clear. Combine the spirit of Hatchingtide and Little Ladies' Day to create the most exciting day that Jewel of a City has seen. Naturally, we sought out those in charge of the event and brought our proposal before them. 'Tis a pleasure as always, Satora. I see ours is not the only celebration which can boast of your selfless assistance. Mistress Aliopo's proposal was quite unprecedented, and so confident was she in her vision that she had already secured the services of a performer and his Gubu companion before meeting with us. I regret to say that not all in Ul'dah share in her conviction. Many doubt the safety of such an act, which has brought our plans for Little Ladies' Day to a standstill. The trepidation is not without cause, mind you. Some 15 years ago, a supposedly tame Gubu ran amok in the city streets, causing untold harm. Oh, this line caused me so much unneeded excitement yesterday when I did this with my partners in my Metamor. The event when a Gubu ran amok in the city streets of Ul'dah, causing harm, that is the event in which Minfilia's father, Warburton, was killed. He was killed by the Gubu, I believe. That is an event that you play through in 1.0 Final Fantasy XIV, which implies that it would be 5 years prior to A Realm Reborn, not 15. There's this thing in Final Fantasy XIV called the time bubble, which I guess all MMOs have, where time doesn't pass. It passes, but it doesn't pass, just so they don't have to worry about aging up characters and whatnot over the years. And so they don't have to worry about you go back and do an old side quest after catching up with the newest main story. I hate the time bubble. They could easily just say, when you do a side quest or other quest, it is taking place at the time when that content was released. They could easily just use that as their excuse, but no, they've got a time bubble so time never passes. I don't like it. Part of the reason is so that players can determine their own passage of time for their own character's story. Which, that's fair. I actually do like that, but it still annoys me. Anyways, I mentioned that this event should have taken place 5 years ago because it was something you actually play through in 1.0. Unfortunately, apparently, the event in 1.0 where you see and participate in stopping the Gubu running through the streets didn't actually happen. It was an echo vision that you played as if it was actually happening. So thank you, 1.0, for causing me distress and making me think for a moment that we had finally broken the time bubble and time was actually passing. Because if it was 15 years ago, then that would mean it's 10 years between A Realm Reborn and this event taking place in Endwalker, or post-Endwalker, so 10 years between Realm Reborn and Endwalker? That's about how I would have imagined it, but okay, never mind, I guess. I'm very frustrated. I hate the time bubble. All my friends will make fun of me relentlessly for it, but they know I'm right. Fuck the time bubble. When the Seneschal informed us of these circumstances, I got to thinking, we could hold a Hatchingtide event here in Gridania, with Gubu as the main attraction. Not only would this lift the spirits of Gridania's people, but it would prove to those in Ul'dah that the Gubu poses no danger. Surely that would put any doubts to rest. In fact, the performers have already arrived. Nonoda and I were treated to a display of their show, and I must say, I never have I seen a Gubu so pretty and sweet. Out of all the paths forward we could have taken, this seemed to be the only one which might please all parties. I came to Gridania at once so I could act as a witness for my peers in Ul'dah. Since you're here, might you accompany me to the show? Someone as well versed in this realm's beastkin as you may be singularly qualified to tell us just how docile this Gubu is. Well, I'd hate to see Miss Aliopo's dream shattered, so let's do it. As would I. While I'm certain there is nothing to fear, having a stout arm by my side would be most reassuring. Well then, all is settled. The show of a lifetime awaits at Bent Branch Meadows. You had best not tarry. Agreed. Let us make our way there and speak with Alderman, the performer in charge. Oh, I can hardly wait. Anyways, if you're one of the many friends of mine who I spammed with, the time bubble is broken, followed an hour later by, the time bubble is not broken, all is despair, I apologize, except not really. The adorable Gubu is even now delivering ecstatic cheer to all in Bent Branch Meadows. Go there and speak with Alderman. I'm sure he shall be most eager to treat you to their show. I went to visit the Gubu along with Mistress Aliopo. I must say, I never realized just how adorable they can be. Well, I can't wait to see him then. Let's go meet this Gubu and Alderman on the Bent Branch. Alright, we've arrived in Bent Branch and I can see the pink Gubu already. Hello there. I don't believe I've ever been this close to one before. I'm sure it'll be fine, and if not, I'll protect you, though I'm pretty sure it'll be fine. Grr? Hello there. Oh, didn't see you there. Can we help you? Greetings, I am the Royal Seneschal in charge of making Little Ladies' Day most memorable for all ladies of the realm. Mr. Aliopo has informed us that you have quite the show prepared for us. Ah, we've been waiting for you. You'll be hard-pressed to pick your jaw up off the floor after you see what my Peatie has in store for you. I've been watching over her since the day I found her wandering in the wilderness all by her lonesome. We spent ages looking for a family, but now I suppose we're all each other has. Peatie? A lovely name to be sure. And those flowers, are they peach blossoms? I dare say she is the very picture of a Little Ladies' Day princess. Ha, I'm glad to hear that, and I know Peatie is too. She's thought of little else since the moment Miss Aliopo came to us with our peculiar request. There's nothing in this world we love more than hearing an audience cheer, and I think this time we'll earn that and then some. We call this one Egg Surprise. Go on, Peatie. That was astounding! Impressive, ain't it? And all it took was a few glamour prisms. Of course, that wasn't where the genius was required. It took us days and nights to rack in our brains to figure out how to capture the spirit of 2 celebrations. In the end, though, I think we did about as good a job as we could have been expected. Now, here comes the rub. Ever since we arrived in Gridania, Peatie's been a little on edge. Hate to see her like this, but I think I figured out what's causing it. As you just saw, she's got no problem performing in front of an audience of 2. But when a whole gaggle of revelers showed up not too long ago, she just froze up. I see, she must not be used to such large crowds. Stage fright, I get it. Luckily, I managed to save the show by climbing atop her head. That set her mind at ease and helped her find her courage. But I ain't as young as I used to be, and my knees are already crying out in protest at the prospect of climbing her again. But you, on the other hand, I reckon you've got plenty of moms left in those adventures like yours. Might I trouble you to join our merry troop and support Peatie during her star turn? All you have to do is climb up atop her head and head towards the crowds. Show them our act and tell the spectators to come to me for an egg of their own. Still plenty to go around. I can do that, no problem. Alright, let's go ahead and do it. We'll get you through this, Peatie. Grr, grr. Peatie is eager to get her show on the road. Alright, let's do it. Trust me, Peatie will love having you aboard. Now's her chance to get these eggs into the hands of the eager Gridanians. She's too timid to wander off on her own, so if something else demands your attention, she'll make her way back to me. Now get out there and give a Gridania an egg surprise. Alright, hello there. How would you like a nice egg surprise? What did I just see? Ah, this must be that performing Goobo I heard so much about. Good show, good show. I think I'll get an egg of my own to remember this by. Alright, that's one success. Good work, Peatie, you got this. Though our camera is very high up right now, I would like to be able to see the people down below. That was amazing, the rabbits were so adorable. And that crown of peach blossoms is so pretty. I wonder if they give them out with the eggs. Let's go find out. Hey, maybe. Doesn't hurt to ask. Alright, and the last one's gonna be the Chocobo Keep. Hello there. Oh my stars, what manner of... Oh, you're promoting Hatchingtide. Yes, I knew that, of course. Splendid trick that was, truly. I never knew Goobus to be adept at anything besides eating, but you've expanded my horizons. Mayhap I'll partake in the festivities this year after all. Alright, the spirit of Hatchingtide is alive in Gridania. Return to Alderman and tell him of Peatie's courageous performances. Yeah, you did great, Peatie. I'm very proud of you. And, more than that, Peatie can fly! Oh, heck yes. Alright, Alderman, I bring good news to you. This just might work. It might indeed. Good work, Satora. Same goes for you, Peatie. I could hardly pass around the eggs fast enough. Grar! And it looks like Peatie's managed to conquer her fears. Let's hope these ovations are enough to conquer the Seneschals. Alright then. I suppose next up we're off to Ul'dah. The Royal Seneschal has reached a decision. Although I've been but a bystander in affairs so far, what I've seen has been truly inspiring. Peatie is possessed not only of a kind heart, but the soul of an entertainer as well. I would have her be the main attraction of our stage in Ul'dah. On behalf of the Little Ladies' Day Planning Committee, I invite you to our city as honored guests. Well, I'm not one to decline such an eager invitation. Consider it accepted. But first, I'd best tell Miss Aliopo that she'll be needing more eggs. Go on to Ul'dah. We'll find our own way there before long. Wonderful, then I shall depart at once and make the stage ready for your arrival. You've helped tremendously already, but there's no denying that Peatie has taken a shine to you. Why don't you watch over her in Ul'dah for a while, just until she becomes accustomed to the crowds? I can do that? Alright, we'll see you off in Ul'dah then. Every stage is different, so it might take a while until Peatie finds her footing. But her desire to see people smile can't be doubted. She'll shine brighter than all the jewels in any merchant's coffers. Grr-her! Ah, Peatie's so excited! Alright, we'll meet you over in Ul'dah then. Alright, hello there, Royal Seneschal. I see you made it back alright. I wonder when Peatie's gonna arrive. Ah, you are arrived. You'll be glad to know that I managed to win over the planning committee with my story of Peatie's show. Ul'dah's gates will be cast wide for her arrival. If she's amenable to the idea, I would have her be the star attraction on this year's stage. But the first order of the day is to spread the word. If we tell the citizens what we saw in Bent Branch Meadows, it is my hope that they will welcome Peatie with open arms. And if her show is a success, then we will have managed a celebration which spans from Gridania to Ul'dah, painting smiles upon the faces of all the realm's little ladies and egg fanatics alike. I shall stay here and drum up what interest I can. Satora, pray head to the steps of Thal and do the same. Meet me at the stage afterwards, and together we can shower Peatie with applause. Alright, let's go ahead and go spread the word. Looks like we're heading over to the steps of Thal for this. Alright, let's get over there and go spread the good word of the great Gubu Peatie, the wonderful princess of the year. Alright. Hello there, distracted citizen. Have you considered giving a Gubu a chance to impress you? Come see Peatie, she's wonderful. A Gubu performer, aren't they dangerous? I suppose a friend of mine was raving about the show she saw in Gridania. If it's the very same, I suppose it's worth a look. Oh, word is already spreading. Nice. Alright, next up's going to be you over here, elegant citizen. A Gubu here in Ul'dah? Ugh, that dredges up terrible memories of the rampage I witnessed as a kid. How do you know that won't happen again? Have you seen this Gubu with your own eyes? I have, and she's brought countless smiles to the people of Gridania. Is that so? Well, I see no reason why you would lie to me. Very well, I shall go. Perhaps in this way I can conquer my fears. Hey, there you go. That's one way to look at it. Alright, last person to talk to looks to be up more towards the Gold Court. So let's go deliver the good news. Alright, there you are, nonchalant citizen. I didn't know Gubus were capable of anything more than mindless eating. Are you sure this show isn't just watching a beast chomping on hay? I'm certain. The crowd of Gridania gave her a standing ovation. Ha. No, they gave her a standing ovation. She's wonderful. Well, when you put it that way, besides, it's not as if I have aught else to do. Alright, look for me among the crowd. Success! The time of Peatie's performance draws near. Let's return to the Royal Seneschal. And then it'll be finally time to see Peatie perform in front of the people of Ul'dah. Ah, and it looks like she's arrived. Hello, Peatie! Oh no, she's scared, Peatie! Oh no, I'm sorry. You'll be fine, I promise. Urgh. Oh, Peatie. The crowd's got even my knees shaking. I can't imagine what Peatie must be feeling. Yeah. You'll hang in there, Peatie. You got this. My thanks, Satora. It seems that word has spread even farther than I had hoped. And while this is cause for celebration, Peatie appears to be intimidated by their expectant gazes. Of course, you could just hop up on her head and she'd calm down just like that, but we can't lean on you forever. Why don't you rally her spirits with some encouraging words, Satora? Seems she's warned you, and I reckon she'd appreciate whatever you have to say. Alright, let's do this. Let's rally her spirits. You've got this, Peatie. I believe in you. Go out there and give them the show of the lifetime. Truth be told, this is her first time performing alone in front of so many people. I can see why her legs won't listen to her heart. They can't lean on me forever, like they said. Remember how happy you made everyone in Gridania? You can do that here too. Focus on their happy faces. You've got this. That did the trick! You've really got a talent for lifting the spirits of the downtrodden, Satora. We are in your debt, truly. It's almost time. Lady Aliopo should have arrived by now. Satora, pray join the bystanders and give Peatie your heartiest cheer. Alright, you got this, Peatie. Best of luck. I'll be cheering for you. And now for the final act. Bedecked in blooming flowers, this Gubu princess has prepared something unforgettable for all the little ladies out there. This is just how I envisioned it in my dream. And I think I ever believed Gubus were not but wild beasts. Oh, I simply adore her. If Hatchingtide is even half as thrilling as this show, I'd best catch the next airship to Gridania. Heh, all's well that ends well. The little ladies get a great show and Hatchingtide gets more egg seekers. Their smiles are like so many flowers in full bloom. Peatie will be the talk of Ul'dah for moons to come. That she will, that she will. I have to thank you, Miss Aliopo, for giving us both a chance to bring a little brightness to so many lives. Alright, good work, Peatie. I'm very proud of you. I've left Nanoda in charge of goings-on in Gridania. Oh, would that she could have seen my dream come alive. I reckon Peatie had the most fun out of everyone here. I hope she did. Grah, grah! Oh, you seem excited. Oh, I'm very happy. Thank you, Peatie, for bringing joy to the citizens of Ul'dah, especially its little ladies. That was better than I could have imagined. Hatchingtide and Little Ladies Day both will be remembered as the highlights of the year. Couldn't have done it without your help, Satora. We'll both be looking back on this experience with fondness for the rest of our lives. Speaking of which, I've got to thinking maybe it's time I leave this performance business behind me and let Peatie spread her wings. I think she'd be more than happy by your side if you'll have her. What? As for me, I have it in mind to find a place to settle down and rest these old bones. I'd hate to tie Peatie down just when she's found her passion. If you bring her along in your adventures, she'll be able to deliver smiles to the corners of the world I've only heard tales of. That's... Oh no, I'm actually crying a little bit. Dude, that's a lot. That's a lot. But how could I say no? I don't want Peatie to be tied down, but you also deserve your own rest, so... How could I say no? I'll keep her safe. Truth be told, I only asked you as a formality. I know I've placed her in good hands, Satora. I look forward to hearing of her exploits as I while the days away. I don't mean to be rude, but I am required in Gridania. Nanoda must know just how perfectly my dream manifested. Heh, give the lass our regards, eh? I'll stay here in Ul'dah until the festivities end, and who knows, maybe longer. And with that, allow me to thank you personally, Satora. No princess in all the realm could have asked for a more devoted seneschal. And that includes Peatie. Seeing you dote upon her so dutifully reminded me why I volunteered for this position in the first place. Although Peatie's show is concluded, Little Ladies Day has not. Pray enjoy all that we have prepared. And don't be a stranger in Gridania either. Oh, that was really sweet. I really liked this seasonal event. That was good. I am intrigued that they combined 2 seasonal events. She's Gubu and she's Grace. Heck yeah, she is. I'm intrigued why they combined 2 seasonal events like this. There's a couple reasons. We're coming up on Dawn Trail's release at the moment. It should be sometime in the next 3 to 6 months. So it's possible that they just wanted to reduce the amount of effort they were putting into seasonal events. It could partially be the fact that, at least in part be the fact that there's a lot of events happening right now, including there's the Final Fantasy XIV event incoming soon. I love you, Peatie. Yeah, it's possible that they just didn't want to. They wanted to make sure the Final Fantasy XVI event had its own time to shine, and didn't want to have 2 events also happening right at the same time as that, so they combined them to get them done first, and then the Final Fantasy XVI events. It feels like there's almost constantly seasonal events happening, honestly. It's possible that they're just trying to get stuff done before Dawn Trail, and they just wanted to have the extra time, so they wanted one less seasonal event to worry about. Alright, before we finish off, I want to see, are there any vendors here for Little Lady's Day? Does not appear to be so. Then let's head back to Gridania and see if there are vendors there. If there are, I want to make sure that I've picked up any rewards for doing this seasonal event beyond just getting Peatie as a mount, which is awesome. I love Peatie. She's wonderful. Wait, I meant to go to Miketo. Okay, here we are. Are there any vendors? We've got a lot of people hanging around here, actually. Let's make sure we've talked to them all as well, because they're likely going to have their own things to say about this. Magic prisms, we've already got plenty. Oh my. Alright, let's go ahead and talk to people about the event before we wrap up. Good day to you, friend. Might you be interested in learning about the Hatchingtide festivities? No, I'm good. I'm good. I've already heard this before. We heard this last time. You are here always, so you are not giving anything new. I must say, the organizers of the festivities have outdone themselves. The Gubu turned me into an egg fanatic. Good to hear you're so excited. Stain, I believe, just looks over Miketo. I came here during my break to see how the festivities were coming along, but imagine my surprise when I heard tell of a performing Gubu. I had to see it for myself. We've got a Spriggan named Riggy here. Riggy do trick. See Riggy's trick. Riggy, you've got an egg for doing tricks with. You want to partake in the festivities? Well, do I remember the day the Order of the Twin Adder was okay, you're not here for the events. And you're also not here for the events. Oh, hi. The Sylphs had a bit too much fun last year, so we put tonberry eggs here and there to keep those tricksters away. Looking at them now, though, I only hope they don't scare away more revelers than Sylphs. God, was that? That was a Hatchingtide, was it? Where we did tonberries? Eggs. Tonberry eggs. Such adorable decorations are it was Hatchingtide, actually. Such adorable decorations are sure to turn tonberries from symbols of terror to objects of adoration. Good luck with that. An excellent and exciting Hatchingtide to you, Satora. We hope you enjoy all that we've prepared this year. Ah, you came after all. As you can see, the citizens cannot get enough of Hatchingtide. Go on and enjoy yourself. Is that really all for the people visiting for Hatchingtide? Fair enough, I suppose. Alright, with that, we've got a double seasonal event out of the way. So, next time on Final Fantasy XIV, I think we're doing main story, but I don't know, because I'm recording this like right after finishing patch 2.2's main story. Like, I just introduced Yugiri to the Rogues Guild, so I don't know where we're at right now. But wherever we're at, have fun with it. I'll see everyone next time for that. And we'll eventually be caught up on these seasonal events.